Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear viewers, sisters and brothers, especially dear reciters and you, dear learners of the recitation of the Holy Quran. Welcome to Furqan program from Ahlebait TV. Dear viewers, I wish you enjoy watching this program. Of course, we have some colleagues, they are really our fixed reciter, our fixed caller, and inshallah, you are with us until the end of this program, this series. We have inshallah Tajweed level 1, and of course this Tajweed is suitable for you in any age, in any level. And of course we are going to start today's program, and inshallah today I will teach letter Fa, Qaf, Kaf and Lam inshallah, and the way of writing of these letters. And before that, inshallah, I will go to recite some verses of Surah Al-A'raf, ayah number 142, and the page number that is 167. Again, I repeat, Surah Al-A'raf, and ayah number 142, and page number 167. Please accompany me, dear viewers, and open the Holy Quran and read with me. And of course, if you have any question about the teaching program, especially about the alphabet letters and also about Tajweed in any level, inshallah, by the help of Allah, I will be at your service. So please accompany me by the recitation of the some verses of the Surah Al-A'raf. وَوَعَدْنَا موسى 30 ليلة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وواعدنا موسى 30 ليلة وأتممناها ب10 فتم ميقات ربه 40 ليلة فتم ميقات ربه 40 ليلة وقال موسى لأخيه هارون اخلفني في قومي وأصلح ولا تتبع سبيل المفسدين وقال موسى لأخيه هارون وقال موسى لأخيه هارون اخلفني في قومي وأصلح ولا تتبع سبيل المفسدين. ولما جاء موسى لميقاتنا وكلمه ربه قال رب أرني أنظر إليك. قال لن تراني ولكن انظر إلى الجبل فإن استقر مكانه فسوف تراني. فلما تجلى ربه للجبل جعله دكا وخر موسى صعقا. فلما أفاق قال سبحانك تبت إليك وأنا أول المؤمنين. قال يا موسى إني اصطفيتك على الناس برسالتي وبكلامي فخذ ما آتيتك وكن من الشاكرين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum al-sharif. Dear viewers, the verses I recited especially dedicated to these ayyam, these days, the days of Hajj insha'Allah, and I wish you always accompany me with the recitation of the Holy Quran. And let's go to start the lesson of today. That's about the letters Fa, Qaf, Kaf and lam, inshallah. You will see in the whiteboard. Do you think of the letters, especially the letter fa, and also qaf, and also kaf, lam? As you see, dear viewers, in the right hand we have the two letters fa and qaf. They are with the exactly the heading with the same form at the head, letter fa, and also letter qaf with the same form. The head, just the head, we have one dot for the letter fa and two dots for the letter qaf. So dear viewers, you have the baseline and how to write the letter fa and how to write the letter qaf. Be careful because the writing of letter fa and qaf is very important. Of course, in fa, this line is also the space and also the line of baseline, and this will help you. But for the letter qaf, you have to pay attention. So starting of the letter fa is not exactly as letter mim. It is as letter ba if you write letter ba like this. So you have to start from here. So that is like number 9 in Arabic or in Persian. That is the head of letter fa, and then from here you go on the baseline, and then again as the letter ba. So if you write letter ba, that is letter ba exactly, but this part you have to add the head of letter fa. So the head is like this, you have to write, and then you come for about the head of letter ba, like ba, it is fa, but of course this part is like letter ba, and then this movement, and then this movement. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 movement for the letter fa. And as you see, dear viewers, this part is really important, that is outside of the baseline. So you have to write the letter fa, the head of letter fa, outside the baseline, but the baseline is like the letter ba. As you see, if we don't have this part, the head, it will be letter ba. So it is in general, and of course we have letter fa at the beginning, we have like this, so that is the beginning. Could be for any letters, could be for any letters after it, could be letter alif, letter ba, letter ta, letter tha. You have to do this movement, 3 movement for the letter ba in the beginning. So I divide these 2 parts, that is letter fa in general, and that is letter fa at the beginning. So examples for the letter fa. For example, we have the word falaq, because we have the letter qaf also. I will write letter fa in the word of falaq. So you have the baseline, and starting from here, that is, and then join here to the letter lam, and then come back, and then here we have the letter qaf. In this case, you can put letter qaf in the baseline. So letter fa, always these 2 letters which has the dots should be in the same line, that is in the baseline, and also we can use this also as a line you have to do. So the joint is this part. Of course, we have a surah in the name of falaq. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق. We have also this name in the one surah, and of course we have falaq, shafaq, those words during the day, and especially for the early morning we use, and also for the sunset also we use the another words. So that is for the letter fa and joining with the letter lam, and also we will find out about letter lam. We will teach you the letter lam today. So that is for the letter fa, and this line shows that the letter fa, the nuqta, the dots should be on the same line. That is for the letter fa, an example of falaq. And also we have another example for the letter fa at the beginning. Just we have this fa, and we have letter kha, and then ra, the same, fakhir, fakhir. We have here the joint of letter fa with the alif, fa, fakhir. And the base of this word is fakhara, and when you are really proud of something, so you use fakhir as proud, you are proud, or fakhir. In the meaning of this is in English language. So fakhir, joining letter fa in the beginning with the letter alif, fa. So that was about letter fa at the beginning, and let's see what form has letter fa in the middle and also at the end. So we have the baseline. Letter fa in the middle, always we have the joint if the letters are not alif, waw, dal, dal, ra, zai. These letters we don't join with the letter after it. So in this case, if we join the letter like letter ba, ta, tha, so we join with the letter fa. And how is the form? We have the remaining of the letter before it, and then in this case you can use like this form, because it is not in the beginning, so we use like this form, that is letter fa. And please write it like it's not exactly a circle, so it's not mean, it's letter fa. So when we write example, and you have to pay attention, we have here the first part and then like a circle, but it's not exactly a circle, it's like this part, and then continue. For example, we have the word of mafar, meme, and then here we have letter fa, and then we have that is mafar, that is the joint, and then this part, and this is, so this part, and that is the half circle. So we have mafar, that is exit, or makhraj we say, mafar. As there isn't any mafar in the day of Qiyamah, wala wazar, we have this ayah also. So that is mafar, so that is letter fa in the middle. And then we go to the letter fa at the end, dear viewers. That is the baseline. At the end we have two forms for the letter fa. Could be separate and could be joined or connected. If it is separate, it would be like this fa. And if it is joined, it could be like this. We have this, and we use this form, that this is alif or letter fa. The example is, for example, alif, I will write to you that form, and then this form, the word alif. We have the alif or hamza, lam, that is the example of alif. The name also, we have the first letter. In some researchers they say the first letter is alif, and some of them they say that is hamza, but of course the hamza has its requirement to be as the first letter. So we have alif, so here we have the joint, continuing, and here we have the circle. You have to do circle, and that is a form of alif at the end, joint. For example, the word alif, alif lam mim, and in this case you write letter fa, joint. And if it's not joined, it will be like this fa. Example, we write the baseline. Then when we write the word kaf, excuse me, the word kaf, we have letter fa at the end. So you see how is the form of letter fa, and this is separate, but it is at the end. It could be letter with the same form of letter ba, but we have the head of the letter fa, so because of that we don't join with the letter before it because we have alif before it. So in this case that is separate. That's about letter fa. And then we go to the another letter, dear viewers, that is letter qaf. Dear viewers, if you have any question, of course, I want our colleague to write down the number of the program. So if you have any question, you can call, and of course also you can speak to me or to one of our colleagues, and inshallah if there is any problem, by the help of Allah, we will resolve. The next letter, that is letter qaf. Of course, qaf is one of the Lahawi letters, and we use the uvula for the pronunciation of this letter. So for the letter qaf, it's like the letter fa at the starting point when you write like this, and then we use this form of letter as the form of letter noon. Inshallah you will find at its time. So that is two dots, and that is letter qaf. So the form as the form of fa, and then there's a space you have to do, and then as a half of circle. That is for the letter qaf. And what is the form of letter qaf at the beginning? It's like letter fa, and then you join it. You join it with the letter after it. Could be any letter. Could be letter alif, ba, ta, fa, any letter. So you join it. Example. In this case, we have example of qalam. We have this. That is the head, and then lam, and then we come back, and then mim. That is for the form of qaf, dear viewers, at the beginning, but we joined with the letter lam. That is the joint. This part is the joint part. So that is for the word qalam. You know qalam is pen. Qalam is pen, or you can say pencil or pen. Both of them we use the qalam. So that is the head of qaf, and you have to write like this. And this part always you have to leave the space of the head of letter ba, or the letter ta, letter tha, as we have here. That is for the word of qalam. And also another example for the beginning, that is qaf, mim, and then two dots, qamar. In this case, dear viewers, as you see, we have the head in this part, and the movement of the letter qaf at the beginning, and then joined with the letter mim. That is the joint part with the letter mim. That is the word qamar. Qamar means moon. So we have qamari letters and also shamsi letters, inshallah, after the lesson of huruf. Inshallah we will teach you the way of saying shamsi letters and qamari letters. So this is the form of letter qaf at the beginning, dear viewers, letter qaf, and also here qaf. Also I want you, dear viewers, to practice, and if it is possible, to use like the baseline in your notebook and then write like this, because as you want to have also good writing, that will be good for you. So that's letter Qaf at the beginning, and then we go to the letter Qaf in the middle. So we go for the letter Qaf in the middle. It's like letter Fa, dear viewers. So here we have, and exactly with letter Fa, but it has 2 points. Then you have circle, and then that is for the letter Qaf in the middle. For example, we have the word we have Mim, and then Qaf, and then Ba, and then Waw. So we have Maqbool. Maqbool means accepted. And in this case, it's like the form of letter Fa, but it has 2 dots. So you can find that the letter is letter Qaf, dear viewers. Example is Maqbool. So we use this form, that is the form of letter Qaf in the middle. And also we have another example, like we use another color for you. So we have, for example, Maqar. So that is letter Qaf in the middle, and then the joint is these 2 parts. This 2 part, it's the joint. So we joint from this part. That is okay. That is the letter Qaf, dear viewers, and you see exactly the joint with the letter Mim before it and with the letter Ra after it. So we have Qaf in the middle. That is the form of Qaf in the middle. Maqar, which means the place or situation. And then we go to the another example, and that is the form of letter Qaf at the end. It is like this form, dear viewers, the form of letter Qaf, like it is as a general form, and also excuse me, and also it can be like separate like this, and also like joint, as we mentioned for the letter Fa. So dear viewers, we go to write the letter Qaf at the end. If it is joint, so we have the joint here, and then Qaf, and then we have the form of Nun. That is Qaf. So you have the joint here. That is very important. Your joint should be always at the baseline, dear viewers. Your joint always, and of course here you see the Qaf came on the line. It is not over, it is on the line. So example, and if it's joint, and if it's not joint, so we have like this example, okay, like this form. So it's not joint. And examples for the Qaf connected and Qaf separate. So we have the word حق. حق or حقيقة, that is the right or truth. So you have for the letter Qaf, joint. This part is the joint part. So we say حق, right, truth, the meaning of حق. And also we have another example that is also for qaf, and it is also at the beginning, could be at the middle, and also at the end. So for the haq we have at the end, but it is joined. And also we have letter qaf at the end, but separate. For this case also we have some examples that letter qaf is not exactly at this position. So we have the word of haq here, and also haqiqat. So we have letter qaf at the in the middle, and also when we say haq, that is, we have letter qaf, dear viewers. وحاق بين قلوبهم, that is haq means is separate or distance between two things. That is qaf at the end, so it is separate. Haq or haq, and this is haq, qaf joined, and this part is separate. So that's the form of qaf separate, and this is the form of qaf joined. This was about letter fa and qaf, dear viewers. Of course, we are getting to the time of azan, inshallah, in about 1 or 2 minutes. And of course, if you have any question, dear viewers, if you have any question, you can call to our program. Right now, we are going to start the letter kaf and then letter lam. We have finished with the letter fa, qaf, and then kaf, lam. And how is the way of writing of letter kaf? So one movement, that is the 2 count. If we do 2 count, and this is 3 count. 2 count here and 3 count here, and then a short count here. That is, and also we have this sign for the letter kaf to avoid the mixing with the letter lam. So we go here how to write the letter kaf. For the letter kaf, dear viewers, we use 2 count of here as alif, but it's smaller than alif, and then the baseline as a 3 count, and it's like for the letter ba and ta and tha when you use. And also we write as a kind of hamza. It's also to avoid mixing with the letter lam. And then also we use like the same form, the same count of here, but in this form as a 30 degree. That is the special form of letter kaf. So how is the form of letter kaf in the middle, and also at the beginning, and also at the end? Inshallah, I will going to write the letter kaf at the beginning. At the beginning, letter kaf could be in this form, starting from here, and also could be with the same form but in another direction. Could be like this. So if you are going to write, for example, kitab, you have here, and then the part of ta, and then the same as alif, so, and then ba at the end. That is the form of letter kaf at the beginning. But of course, dear viewers, as you see, it could be like alif, but of course we use the sign of kaf, as that is kitab. The correct form is this, but in some books we are using this way, as I'm going to write for you the letter kaf in another example, but we move like 30 degree this part to show that is letter kaf. But that is the correct form of letter kaf. So, and here is the joint, and that's also the form of the kaf at the beginning. So that is the letter kaf at the beginning, and I'm going to write exactly here. That's one form. So that's one form of letter kaf. The beginning. And this is the example. The same form. And that's the joint. It could be joined from here. Joint. Example is kitab. Kitab is book, you know, about this. Because the word of kitab, also when we have in Surah Al-Baqarah, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. That is the word of kitab. And then also it has in some books or texts, it has like this form, dear viewers. And then join it with the ta. That is the word kitab also. That's correct, as I previously wrote for you. The previous form was like this, and it's also correct, but we moved to this position, 30 degree, and then it is also a form of letter kaf. The reason of writing of this form for the letter kaf is also to avoid mixing with the letter lam. That is the reason, dear viewers, you have to pay attention. So also you can write like this, also like this. Both of them are correct. So the form of letter kaf. And also in handwriting, also there are another form of kaf. So that's letter kaf at the beginning. Could be in this form, and also, dear viewers, could be in this form. The form I have right now with me. Could be also in this form. And this is the joint place. Here is the joint place. So that is for the letter kaf at the beginning, dear viewers. So movement number 1, number 2, and then number 3. That's for the letter kaf at the beginning. And the joint place is this part. That is the joint place. And now let's go see how is the form of letter kaf in the middle. So I'm going to raise this part and writing the letter kaf in the middle. That's the baseline, and always we have the joint part, could be any letter. I'm going to write with the another color, the white color. So you have the joint could be, and also you can do like as we did for alif, straight, mustaqim, that is kaf, and that could be another letter. For example, the word maktab. The word maktab. So here is the joint. So it is letter kaf. You have to write down the sign of kaf. It's like mad, but it's not mad. So here is the letter kaf. Here is the joint, dear viewers. And then you have like this, this, and this. This part is important, that is a joint. Example, the word maktab. We have mim, and here we have kaf, and then we have letter ta. That's the letter, then letter ba. The sign of letter. The word maktab. Maktab means a school. So this is a joint. and then you join it. So that is the word maktab. Maktab means a school. So that is the form of letter kaf, dear viewers, in the middle of a word. And then we go for the letter kaf at the end. How is the form of letter kaf at the end? And of course, dear viewers, you can move 30 degree this kaf. You can move this kaf 30 degree like this. If you write maktab like I'm going to write exactly in this part. If I'm going to write maktab, for example, that is meme, and then like this and join it, that is also correct if you write maktab. So the joint is this part, and that is the form of kaf in the middle. Let's go for the letter kaf at the end. Letter kaf at the end has two forms, joint or separate. For the letter kaf at the end, joint is like this part. I'm going to write it for you, dear viewers. That is joint. We have the joint part, and then kaf. That is the joint part, dear viewers. And if it is separate, so could be before it the letter ra, alif, or any letter. In this part we have the letter kaf separate. But here is the joint, dear viewers. This part is the joint. This is joint. Could be any letter before it except letter alif, waw, ra, zai, dal, and dal. And examples, because we have to also, I think we have still time to continue with the kaf at the end. And if we don't reach for the letter lam, inshallah we will study next session, could be tomorrow, inshallah. So that is for letter kaf at the end, but joint. For example, when we have the word minka, for example, when we have minnet, for example, minka. Because we have these examples in Quran. Minka, that is sakina. From you, that means from you. That is the form of kaf at the end, joined with the letter nun. That is the joint part, dear viewers. Then continue here. That is the form of letter kaf at the end, joint. And also we have letter kaf at the end, separate. For example, when we say the different words we use for the letter kaf at the end, we had some recitation today from the Surah Al-A'raf, and also for the letter kaf, when we say narak, I will write this that is letter kaf at the end, narak. We will see you like that, naraku, narakum, we have in Arabic. So that is separate, dear viewers. Of course, we are going to close to 7 o'clock, and of course that is the time we have to finish the program. And if you have any question, dear viewers, so you can call to the program, inshallah. I will be at your service. And please continue watching our program, because we are going to finish the alphabet, inshallah, in this week. Then, of course, we are ready to start another ahkam, the short vowels, long vowels, and all these forms. Of course, this lesson will help you to be as a good reader, as a good reciter in the recitation of the Holy Quran. Thank you very much, dear reciters, sisters and brothers. Inshallah, we'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to practice. We'll see you tomorrow at exactly 6 p.m. Thank you very much for your attention, and Khuda Hafiz.